When you have sex with another person, what is it you're truly seeking or desiring to experience? Or when you're in a relationship with another person, intimate relationship, and you love the other person, what do you mean by love? What do you desire to have in a relationship with someone that you care about? And I ask these questions because we have been conditioned to have a version of love, an idea of love that isn't actually love at all. We are entrained, programmed to look to others to be loved. And when we're looking outside of ourselves, right, to be loved, to be valued, to be deemed attractive, to be deemed worthy, to be needed so that the other person can't leave us, all of these very unconscious beliefs, then we're not able to truly love the other person for who they are, because instead we're expecting them to give us what we're unconsciously seeking from them, which means we can't love them for who they are in their freedom, in their own choice, because we're needing them to fulfill this need. We're needing them to fulfill a lack. We're needing them to be who we want them to be, who we expect them to be, who we need them to be to have our own needs met. And that is not love. That is attachment. That is codependency. That is unhealthy entanglement. And entanglement is not love. It took me a long time to really understand this, to realize this, because I have always been a very heart-based person. And I know that most of the clients that I work with are always heart-led people. And we tend to want our hearts to share love, to spread love, to be love. And for me, that always meant love was going out. Love was going outside of self. I was loving other. I was seeing other. I was wanting to give them what they wanted. I was wanting to be who they wanted me to be. I didn't want them to feel bad. I didn't want them to hurt. And I thought it was love. I thought it was coming from a place of love. But the reality is that I had a really hard time, my ego mind accepting. The reality is that even though I thought I was being so loving, I wasn't actually loving them at all. Because how could I hold love? Not need, not attachment, not lack. Love, overflow, fulfilled from within. Unconditional acceptance of the other, regardless of whether or not they're meeting my needs or desires. I couldn't hold that for them if I was coming from an internal place of lack. And the only way to come from an internal place of fulfillment, I'm already whole. I'm already complete. I belong to me. I'm sourced from divine love within me. I belong to me. I am safe within me. I accept me. I love me. That inner state of fulfillment. In order to come into that, takes a lot of inner work. And moving outside the ego mind, releasing these beliefs, releasing the fear, releasing the shame, releasing the guilt, releasing the way we blame other people for not giving us what we want, releasing the ways we abdicate self-responsibility and put it on others, releasing feelings of unworthiness, releasing self-doubt. That allows us to embody love. That allows us to create the capacity to truly love another, to see the other for who they are, even when we don't agree, even when it's not meeting our own needs, even when it's not fulfilling our own desires. Because here's the other thing, love is not boundaryless. That was the other idea I had. Like, a boundary felt unloving. I couldn't have a boundary because it wouldn't be giving them what they want, and how mean, right? That would be so unloving. And the truth is, love, like a rose, think of a rose, always has thorns. Because a rose knows that it is not unloving to protect itself from those who desire to mishandle her, who desire to treat her without respect. The rose demands respect because she says, if you touch me without presence, without awareness, without honoring me, then my thorn will prick you. Not because I condemn you, not because I want you to hurt, not because I think you're bad or wrong, But just because it's not honoring the value I am, the value I provide, the value of my being. And therefore, you are not allowed, I will not allow you, because of my boundary, I will not allow you to treat me that way. I will not allow you to do that to me. The rose is an ancient symbol of love for a reason. Because she also knows when it's safe to open. Being vulnerable without trust, without discernment, discernment comes from being in your body, is unhealthy. I definitely made that mistake. Oh, I should trust everyone. I should trust. We're told to trust. No, do not trust everyone. Trust yourself. Trust your own body. Trust your own discernment. Trust your own energy. Trust what you know and feel to be true for you. Question yourself. Yes. Oh, is this ego? Am I opening my heart? Am I seeing this other person? But don't doubt what you know you already feel. Don't doubt that I feel something here energetically that does not feel aligned to love. Trust it. Maybe get curious about it. Maybe even ask the other person about it. But trust it. Because when you actually do the work to cultivate self-trust, to cultivate self-acceptance, to cultivate curiosity about your beliefs, about your behaviors, about your actions, about your choices, when you cultivate your own capacity to love yourself, you then create the overflow of love to another that does not exclude the self. Because the biggest lie we've been told is that one, love comes from out here. It doesn't. It comes from your connection to the divine within you, period. It's just opening yourself to receive that love, to be that love, to embody that love. We've also been told that love requires us to go out of and separate from self and seek it. And therefore, we tend to have love go out, and it doesn't include the self. Well, that's not love, because you can't say everything is love and everyone is worthy of love but me. It doesn't make sense. If the divine is within all, the divine is within everything, includes the divine within you. And so to ignore the divine within you and to only have your love go out is to ignore the divine that you are. It is a lie. It is a lie to keep you controlled. It is a lie to keep you small. It is a lie to keep you inferior. It is a lie to keep you from actually being free in love. And freedom in love is my biggest passion. As a soul embodiment guide, as a speaker, as a podcast host, the Radically Embody Love podcast, which we're just celebrating a 1-year anniversary. Woohoo! That is my passion, because men and women, generally, most people aren't free in love. And if you're going to have sex with somebody to get love, to feel connected, that's not the way it works. You cultivate that first, and then you create the capacity to experience that through lovemaking. You're going into a relationship to be loved, to feel love, to get love. You're doing it wrong. I say wrong with, there is no right and wrong. It's part of your soul's path. So at the end of the day, it's not really wrong, because, it's part of your growth. It's part of your learning. It's part of the collective learning that we're all in, but it's not aligned. It's not aligned to your soul's deep truth, because your soul knows it is already love. It doesn't need to go get it. Your soul knows that you don't have to be or do anything other than who you are to receive the love, to feel the love, to be the love you are, other than to remove the masks, to remove the conditioning, to remove the beliefs that keep you from the love you already are. Rumi, of course, right? Love is releasing the barriers that we have created to love itself. And it's facing these wounds, and it's facing these fears that only you can do. That only you can do. And it starts by being radically honest with yourself, and to stop looking outside of you, to turn your eyes in, to connect with the power of your soul, and to release what is not your soul's truth. If you desire to do this work one-on-one, I guide you to radically reclaim yourself in love, to reclaim your true power and your sovereignty, so that you actually experience freedom in your relationships, not codependency, not attachment, not need, not lack, not all the drama triangles, not all the entanglements, all the karmic stuff. That's so that you go through a relationship to learn how to love. The karmic contracts, that's so that you stop giving your power away to that person and claim it for yourself. I'll put the links in the bio below. Comment, let me know what this brings up for you. It might trigger you, and that's okay. Because when you're triggered, guess what? You have an opportunity to look at what you're triggered by, why you're triggered, and to do the healing work by going into love even more deeply. So nothing separates you from love unless you think it does. Jessica Falcon, The Path to Sovereignty. So much love to you. Bye.